Lost media. One of my biggest interests of all time. From Johnny Quasar to the Down the Mine pilot to Garfield's Judgment Day, Lost media never fails to fascinate me. TUGS itself is not lost media, as the VHS releases are easy to find and to watch on YouTube. Even the rarer 15-minute cuts of the 4 20-minute cuts we do have are easy to find and varying in quality. However, there is lost media pertaining to TUGS itself, and most of it being lost is due to it being mostly in the possession of TUGS the Exhibition. So today, let's talk about the lost VHS tapes owned by the TUGS Exhibition. So with all that being said, let's get started.
Now, as you know, you can see Motormouth on Saturday morning at 9:25. But watch out this week for a new game show which is starting, which is called Weird Dreams, because it's giving somebody the chance to win a week in Cairo. Yes, that's on Saturday morning. Plus, you can see the Ghostbusters, of course. And then on Saturday afternoon, there's the Bungling Magician for some more adventures. That's Mr. Magica, and he's on at 4:15. And then on Sunday, once again, more Motormouth at 9:25, where you can also see Fraggle Rock. So watch out for that this weekend on Children's ITV. Right now, here is Magic, Movie Magic.
In late 1988, as a part of the CITV show Movie Magic, contained a behind-the-scenes segment on TUGS. It contained interviews with the crew members of the show, the two show creators David Biddin and Robert Cardona, and even Chris Tulloch. It only aired once on CITV and was considered lost for a long time. However, TUGS the Exhibition did obtain a video recording of the segment in the mid-2010s, which they had privately screened it. However, unlike most behind-the-scenes tapes they own, since this segment was on TV, it would only take the right place and the right time for the right person to have the segment on the tape. And someone did. Someone under the name of Jim, who was known for having an extensive archive, gave permission to the Star Switcher to release the segment in Christmas of 2018. While not exactly from the Exhibition's copy, being identical to its contents, practically made this the best preserved tape out of the lot, now considered found media. I wanted to start off a little bit short because that's basically it. There's not really a lot to this one.
Castle Vision is pleased to announce that it has just successfully concluded negotiations for the acquisition of the video rights to TUGS, a brand new series of children's programs from the producers of Thomas the Tank Engine. TUGS looks set to become the hit children's program of 1988 and 89, and Castle Vision is extremely proud to be able to add an authentic nautical flavour to this particular launch.
To attract investors, in early 1988 a promotional video was created for TUGS. This was made very early on during the filming era of the show, so there's lots of deleted and extended footage from the series present in the promotional video. Despite it being extremely historically significant, only one copy of the full sizzle reel has been found, which again is in the possession of the TUGS Exhibition. However, a lot of content from the sizzler has made it into the general public. In 2020, an audio recording was leaked alongside a description for the promo, both giving a general understanding what happened in the sizzle reel. In August of 2020, an upload by the Star Switcher and Jamie's Railway Modelling released an odd variation of the TUGS intro, which contains shots that have been confirmed to be from the sizzle reel. In 2021, alongside the release for the TUGS Project that same day, behind-the-scene photos for the Izzy Gomez crash scene in the sizzle reel were released, showing off the behind-the-scene photos of the crash itself. Then, in 2022... a video recording of the majority of the sizzler was released to the public. Unfortunately, the full thing was not recorded due to the person recording being forced to leave the event due to his time in the VIP event being up. However, it did show the majority of the sizzle reel and even contained some of the most sought after deleted scenes, such as the morning panning shot and yes, the Izzy Gomez crash scene. In December of 2022, the TUGS Project once again unveiled a huge finding regarding the sizzle reel, which was a VHS created to celebrate the launch of CastleVision themselves. It was mostly the first 3 minutes of the sizzler, just with the majority of the night shot and the back half of the reel being cut out for time. However, it did give us a fantastic look at some of the deleted scenes in action. Additionally as well, some clips from the scenes that we only have in low quality were found in the TUGS A Big Retrospective documentary, which contains slightly higher quality clips of the sizzle reel itself. I say slightly higher quality as they appear to be heavily compressed. Aside from a lot of these sources, it remains to be seen if another copy will resurface online or if the exhibition will eventually cave in and release it online. I mean, they have nothing to hide anymore. Practically most of the full thing is online, and many fans have been wanting it for so long. I guess only time will tell. Sometime in mid-late 1988, a work print for the episode Warrior was created and put onto VHS. This tape contained an incomplete version of the extended cut of the episode, which was then known as Warrior's Longest Day. This version contained many deleted and outright cutscenes from the episode, such as the scene of Warrior greeting Big Mac in an alternate opening to the episode, or the oh so lovely strength pulling competition scene. Alongside Trapped, it has been confirmed that Chris Tulloch did the temp voice dubbing work for the work prints. Seemingly hearing Zoran voicing everyone is surprisingly hilarious. Unfortunately, Warrior was never released in its original runtime. However, the VHS still persisted, and it was eventually given to the TUGS exhibition, who, like many of their other VHSs that they have been given, decided to keep it private to themselves. Much like the sizzle reel, however, this all changed when in 2022, at the same TUGS Exhibition VIP event, footage of the work print was shown off, which revealed all of the deleted and changed scenes between the work print and the finalized cut of the episode. However, remember when I said only the footage was shown off? Yeah, the audio was extremely quiet during the event. While not impossible to hear some of the audio, you have to have a very good ear to listen out for it. It doesn't help that during the video recordings, a lot of people are talking in the background, which makes it even harder to hear. However, the deleted scenes were thankfully recorded, which made it possible to splice in the 15-minute cut footage alongside the camera recording of the work print, which made it possible to make reconstructions/interpretations in terms of what happened within the work print. In addition to all of this, much like the sizzle reel, clips were sent to use in the TUGS A Big Retrospective documentary, which did show off much higher quality glimpses into the deleted scenes. So much like the sizzle reel, it has been pieced together that a full rip is in the possession of the TUGS exhibition. Will they ever release it remains to be seen.
Hey, Doug. Zoran's going mad waiting for you. Where have you been? It's all right for him. Captain Zero told me to deliver this old hulk to the breakers yard on my way upriver. You'll see Zoran before you get there. He's not gonna like it. I'm only carrying out orders. Can't blame me. Don't you believe it?
Hey, Zach! Zoran's going mad waiting for you. Where you been?
Captain Zero told me to deliver this old rust bucket to the breaker's yard.
You'll see Zoran at Mixville before you get there. He's not gonna like it.
I'm only carrying out orders. Zoran can't blame me.
Ha! Don't you believe it?
In late 1988, a work print for the episode Trapped was created and then was put on the VHS. However, unlike Warrior, it was much closer to the finalized cut of the episode, with it only being very incomplete in the audio department, and only a couple lines being very different. That being Big Mac worrying about the railway industry stealing more of the freight, with OJ having an alternate line after that. In October of 2022, after being kept away from the public for years, the work print was displayed at their October 2022 TUGS Exhibition VIP event. Thankfully, unlike Warrior, the audio was able to be heard. However, the entire work print was not recorded, with only the main half of it being recorded at the event. However, it did give us a great glimpse into the editing side for TUGS. While it isn't as historically significant as the Warrior work print or even the sizzle reel, it still feels like the Trap work print needs some love. I feel like it's a cool glimpse into the production side of TUGS. Again, only time will tell if it'll ever see release.
I remember the day we got a really big break. I was telling my TUGS.
As we all know, TUGS eventually hit America with the infamous Salty's Lighthouse in 1997, which finally depicted the TUGS with American accents. However, before Salty's, did you know in 1989 a US dub for TUGS was already created? This US dub was produced as a pilot for TUGS to sell to the US audiences. All the characters were recasted, alongside having American accents, such as 10 Cents as a New Yorker.
Yeah, well, look, it's good to meet you, but we're running behind. The Star Tug sent the Toad Ocean Liner this afternoon. I want to get a move on so we can watch.
Or is he sounding even more, I'll let you decide with your own conclusions.
What I know is I sit around waiting for nobody to tell me the ducks keep coming this morning. Suddenly everybody's too busy.
Unfortunately, the US dub was a failure, and with the closure of TVS and Clearwater Features, completely put a dent into TUGS ever happening again. TUGS the Exhibition owns 2 copies of the episode, one called US Long, and the other being a PAL version. The inside of the tape is known for the second copy, which actually features a very rare promotional image of Sunshine. Whilst the US dub has never been released, the exhibition had, and I kid you not, made a review on the US dub, describing details of what was in it. And while the video itself has yet to resurface, 2 years prior on October 19th, 2021, the audio for the US dub had leaked. Albeit in low quality, it gave an amazing insight into the regards of how the characters actually sounded like. While the high quality version may never see light, the fact we have the audio for it is absolutely fascinating, and hopefully, the exhibition will release their copy. And lastly, is the infamous Brian Blessed dub. In 1990, a version for the episode Trapped was produced. It featured British actor Brian Blessed being the narrator, which, speaking of which, the narration is a lot more present. However, for unknown reasons, the pilot was never released. Barely any information regarding the test pilot has been released online, as no footage nor audio has leaked/released online. The only thing we have of the episode itself was some details on it, and the tape physically itself, which confirms its date. As of now, it is very unlikely that the exhibition will share anything regarding the episode, and despite my wishful thinking from earlier, that will probably remain quite true for some time. While I've been dropping some breadcrumbs regarding the tapes here or there, especially relatively recently, it is still very unlikely that the digital rips of the tapes themselves will ever see light publicly. However, let's not feel sad that those pieces of TUGS media may never see light, because now we have so much more, thanks to the likes of the TUGS Project and even I.T.H Productions, which now loads more behind the scenes content is now publicly available. While it is sad we may never get the likes of the Sizzler or Warrior 20, the fact that much more pictures, scripts, and even footage has been coming out lately gives me hope that more TUGS content could be unearthed. So with that all being said, I thank you all so much for watching. And also, I have to repeat this again, please don't spread rumours or harass the exhibition. It could make things a whole lot worse. Now with that all being said, I'll see you all next time in my next video. Bye bye!
But competition was very fierce, with companies vying with one another to win contracts. Not everybody played it straight. There were those that would stop at nothing to get ahead of their competitors. Generally, though, they were an honest, hard-working group.